To the cloud. John, I'm so glad you can join me this morning so that we could talk a little bit about Authentic Leadership Global and your experience of being part of this global community. So there's a couple of questions that I want to ask you, and I'm coming from that perspective that we talk about the journey with authentic leadership really as an inside out journey. And that the more we get to know and effectively lead ourselves, the more effectively we can lead others. So the first question that I want to ask you is, how have the materials, the Authentic Leadership Global materials, and even going through the training, how has that impacted your own personal growth journey since we went through this almost getting close to 2 years ago now? Where's the time go?
Thank you, and thank you so much for this invitation to chat with you today, Laura. Uh, I would have to say that really the program was so transformative on multiple levels. But what it really allowed me to do is just be clear in my own vision and goals for coaching others. As my own process coming through it helped me, define my strengths, and really it provided that framework and that focus for authenticity. All of the modules offered really great, deep, practical tools, but the overall principles of authenticity were so well threaded through the program that it kept bringing me back to how I can best empower myself by just being real, by being true to
Mm,
myself, and allowing that to come up and just experience it all. So
mm. I recall, John, that when we went through the 3 half-day training process, that you brought such vulnerability into the training. And I appreciated what you brought to the experience that we shared through that training process. And I know that you are using the materials in a very unique way. And it's one of the things that excites me about how we've structured Authentic Leadership Global is that everyone who comes through the training takes the materials and uses them in a way that is truly authentic to them. So share a little bit with me about how you are using the materials with your clients.
wonderful. The majority of my clients, are coming to me as a coach, and in terms of coaching, the biggest focus for me over the past few years has been personal empowerment, so that I've been able to work with clients on a one-to-one level, helping them identify, what clearly are their values and sort of where they are in relationship to emotional intelligence and being able to really communicate effectively and express themselves authentically. As a starting point, this has been very, very useful for the groups of people or individuals that I've worked for. And then most recently, the exciting opportunity with Diana Ryers has been to help support people in their writing process, in actually writing out details of their life, memoir style. And this is tremendous because we really are looking at vulnerable, moments, sort of a whole principle of vulnerability by diving into your own personal history and finding a way with integrity and authenticity to talk about your life, the characters, the family members, and the friends that really painted that past for you. So it's been extremely empowering and liberating for those people, knowing that they can find the words and ways to express themselves that really provides respect for everyone involved, yet really keenly articulates what is most important to them about their life journey.
Thanks, John. I hear the enthusiasm as you're sharing that, and even as you're sharing that, I'm hearing the impact that it's had on the people that you've worked with. And you mentioned Diana, who's been a long time participant in the Authentic Leadership Global program. So I'm going to post a link to her books below when I post this, so that we can celebrate everything that she has done with the materials as well. Any final words you'd like to share for this particular conversation? Because I know we're going to have future conversations to share with people who are interested in the programs. Anything you'd like to say to just close this off today?
Oh, that's wonderful. I would just want to add that, in these, times of conflict and, many different perspectives, the movement for more authentic connections and communication is so important. And being able to step up as a leader, empower yourself at a time, and know that you can reach across the table and authentically find ways to find commonality and just really open hearted conversations. I think, Authentic Leadership Global is way ahead of the curve in bringing us into a more authentic and compassionate world. So I'm excited to see what the future will hold.
I'm always inspired when we connect and chat. So we are definitely going to do this again. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you so much, Laura.